Oh, na, na, na. It's only love in the ladies' room. It's love in the room. It's love in the room. Well, if it's in her loving tongue, baby, it's love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. It's love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, it's love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room. Don't worry, us. She said, you're giving topic to Aruna. Study your place. Your woman outside with cousin whole day. You can't see face. The story end up on ladies' room. You disappear without trace. Voila. If all she know is papi show and stress outside, it's love in the room. If you wanna have to girl, take care, they bust the files. Well, if it's in her loving tongue, baby, it's love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. It's love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, it's love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room. Oh, na, na, na. It's only love in the ladies' room. It's love in the room. It's love in the room. Well, if it's in her loving tongue, baby, it's love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. It's love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, it's love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room. Don't worry, us. She said, you're giving topic to Aruna. Study your place. Your woman outside with cousin whole day. You can't see face. The story end up on ladies' room. You disappear without trace. Voila. If all she know is papi show and stress outside, it's love in the room. If you wanna have to girl, take care, they bust the files. Well, if it's in her loving tongue, baby, it's love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. It's love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, it's love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room.
And we're back at it again in the room. Always forget. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the room. It is Monday, May 5th. Hold on, let me fix my hair. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Fresh off the heels, an awesome weekend. Yeah, the weekend was weekending. I ain't gonna lie. Had a really good one, and so much happened, of course, and we're here to tell you all about it. All right, so just bear with me. Let me just sort out my ends and say special thanks to our friends at Nirvana Spa and Detox. Thank you so much to our friends at Beacon Insurance, Western Union, and Harry Edwards. Remember, Mother's Day is coming up, so we got to treat mom like the queen that she is, and check them out at Harry Edward Jewelers and give her something that signifies and shows how much we love her and appreciate her. And they've got so much in store for you for this Mother's Day. So you guys gotta check them out. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the live. Welcome back to the room. Shout outs to our folks viewing online, Facebook and YouTube. If you're listening on radio, 95.1, 95.3, good morning to you as well. To the folks in the room right now, top of the morning. Shout outs to everybody, wherever you are, celebrating a birthday today, or you celebrated on the weekend. Yep. Hope you had yourself an awesome one. Indeed. All right. So let's get the ball rolling. Like I said, a lot to talk about, to unpack in this segment. And before you know it, 30 minutes, it's gone, right? Shante, good morning. How are you today? Good morning. I think the bishop in New York, my brother called him, with him in the house eating or drinking something. I think the bishop in New York at this time. Anyways, morning, Lisa, Bishop Preston. Good morning, Rachel. Happy Monday, happy week ahead to everyone. Nakisha, good morning. Hey, Linda, good morning. Queen B, shout outs to Jenny. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the room. Kizzy Thomas, early to class, she says, for how long? Morning, Nissy. Morning, Naya. Naya, you're bad mind, so. When you're out and about doing the most, nobody can tell you nothing. One little boat ride we get and you have your touching feelings and cussing people. Why do you like to see people happy? Nah, boy. Jackie Douglas Adams, there's nothing given away inside here today. I'm not Santa Claus, neither is it Christmas. Neither are your mothers yet, so I can't even give you anything. Maureen, morning, Kareem, Jackie, Anasha, good morning. Hope you're well. Good morning, Clarina. Good morning, Marvelyn. Good morning, Leonora. Welcome to the room, everybody. Janelle, Riggy. I'm coming back to you. Hold on. Morning, Michelle. Morning, Valerie, Michelle, Jenilyn. Hey, boy. Where you calling Jennifer? No, your place. Morning, Simmers. Morning, Luke. Oh, Jennifer. Morning, Diane. Good morning, Carrington. Carrington, I got my stuff, brother. Thank you. Oh, I had to shout out Kenwin as well. Thanks so much, Carrington. He came and dropped it. I didn't realize. Anyways, morning, Jenny. Leaving the room, you're a custom lady. You're a custom? Do it what you want. Hey, you're a big woman in the community, Where is Gabby? Hey, Shauna. Good morning. So we have quite a lot to unpack this morning. Of course, Thursday was our last one in detention. Hey, Michelle. When was it? Hold on, let me pull it up. So let me backpedal a little bit and pull it up. And I just wanna shout out the folks in St. Mark. They're really affected by this by the death of Wello. And yesterday or Saturday, was it yesterday? No, Saturday. One of the young men who was at the St. Mark's festival and who started live streaming when stuff started to happen, he went live And you can just see how distraught he is. He was trying to hold it together on the live. Basically, from the time the news came to the forefront regarding, shooting incident, we've been getting little clippings, the people high tension and energy and everything. But he decided to do a live where he was able to be calm, collected and focused, and, to give his side of what happened, um, based on his recollection. And I started looking at it, and he was really, really, really distraught. And you could see he's still hurt. And I'm not sure that's something you can ever get out of your mind. As much as you try, it's going to take some time, especially when it's someone and somebody who is part of the community that you live in, and seeing them, laying there on the ground, with blood, coming from them. I don't, I pray I never have to ever witness that. But he went live and basically, recounted what transpired. And again, like I said, you can see that he was really hurt. And if that's how he feels, I could just imagine how his family and other members of the community, what they're experiencing. So let's continue, folks, to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. And while we are that, of course, a release was issued on Friday, 2nd May. Chanel, morning. Hey, Andrea, morning. Morning. Hey, Frederick in Mombasa. Warm, hot, but raining. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so the police basically put out a release stating that the Royal Grenada Police Force has confirmed the arrest of Inspector Kellen Noel. He has been charged with the offenses of non-capital murder by unlawfully causing the death of Wellington Welch, 46 years old, caretaker of Non-Paro St. Mark. He was additionally charged with 2 counts of grievous harm. These charges stem from the shooting incident which occurred on Sunday, March 27th at Victoria St. Mark. Mr. Noel is scheduled to make his first court appearance at St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday, 5th May. That is today. He has since been suspended from active duty in the Royal Grenada Police Force. Now, I mean, this all around is sad. It's like sad. The entire thing is just sad. Sad on the part for the police, and sad for the family and friends, and of course for Wello, who lost his life. Nobody wins in this situation. It's sad all around, because imagine joining the police force to serve and to protect, and now you're on the opposite side of the law, having to march up the courthouse steps to answer to charges of non-capital murder, and also grievous harm. So my sympathy goes to both the officer and also to the family of Wello. There are some who will be like, okay, you know what, I'm just sticking on the side of, but I kind of like to look at things from, different perspectives. Does not make what he did right, does not mean it is accepted, does not mean that we condone it, but it's just sad because from all indications, based on, social media mumblings, a lot of folks saying, well, they didn't seem as this type of person. He seems to be a decent police officer, seemed to be a cool guy in terms of his duties and what have you. So to now have, in the prime of your career, you're now an inspector, there's room to go up, and now you will have to answer to charges of non-capital murder. I can't begin to imagine what he is going through at this point in time, and maybe in hindsight, played out differently if, certain things did not happen, if the firearm was not discharged. But at the end of the day, he has to accept responsibility for his actions, right? Because you're supposed to be in a position, we always say that, of knowing better. But again, we always have to remember, we don't always walk the right side. We don't always walk the righteous side, especially when we're caught up with our emotions or in the heat of the moment. But this is something that you're trained to do. And that's the reason I said last week, this really brings to the forefront, some of the areas that we're weak in or lacking in terms of policing. Because in 2025, there's no way we should be using live ammunition to either disperse a crowd or to break up a fight or to whatever. There are so many other things that can be less harmful if we had that in our possession. So I think now is the opportune time. They say we always sort of reactive instead of proactive, but they also say Rome wasn't built in a day. So I hope that will be the next step for the security of our beautiful island. There are way many other things we can use. Yeah, tasers, sprays, whenever somebody say rubber bullets, whatever it is, there's other things that we need to look into. Yeah, because there's no guarantee this will not happen again. Whenever there's a big gathering, wherever people drink, whenever people consume whatever, people have issues with this side against that side. And, it's something that we will not say, okay, this is the first and the last off. Right. So I think this is a teachable moment where we take this and try to make the necessary changes, and also some refresher courses for police officers, sub refresher courses. We really, really, really have to do that. We really need to, because there are too many instances hearing of, police do this and this against that and that against that. It's just a sad situation. I really feel for him. I feel for both families. Imagine seeing your loved one, and from all indications as well, everybody saying the same thing of Wello, that he was such an awesome person, the life of the party, the life of the community, never involved in any fight or anything. Imagine losing your life over trying to, put peace in a situation. Hey, Mr. Akeem, no comment about him blessed morning to all at all. You know what? I'm going to ignore you. Yeah, it's a very, very, very sad situation. Salvan says, I'm sure they will lessen the charge. I don't believe there was an intent for murder. Um, I think so. I couldn't watch it live. It was a traumatic experience for all, especially his family and his friends. But yes, it was, Andrea. It was a. I couldn't watch all of it. I'm like, hey Cam, good morning. You say you met the bishop. Yeah, you're cracking up. Yeah, the bishop in my brother house, eating and drinking and sprawl off. Imagine he reached before me. Out of and bright to himself too much. Good morning, sis. Have a good day. So yeah, but I'm sure with that won't be the last we hear of it. Salva, maybe you can be our room lawyer to edify us, educate us on these terminologies and what have you, because I'm sure the judge will take all of that into consideration. But let me behave like them people on them on social media that when something happened, everybody is a doctor. A doctor will put out something and people will tell you, I saw Gabby posted up this morning from I think what's his name? Kirk Cedarhall probably made did a live or something on his show or something to the effect of telling people basically to stay in the places you belong, because it's something you see all the time. Let me see. I think she read a post, so it's up. Let me check his page and see what it's about. La-di-dee, lo-do-do. Where is it? There is it. I see it. I don't know where he put it. And that is something I tell people all the time, and I like that piece. He says, just because I give good advice does that make me smarter than anyone. It just means that I've done more stupid stuff and I can talk from experience, right? So don't discredit people when they're giving advice. We're trying to protect you from doing the same because we've done it too. And that can really jack up your lives. So she said, we read a post by Cook that inspired me. Why do we all feel like we are experts on everything? A doctor talking about a sickness. Here comes Jane, boil mango leaf. Jane, you're not a doctor. A lawyer talking about law. You're with your diploma from St. John's Anglican School talking about when we aren't dead, did it go by Cloudon? Yo, you gotta love our people. I swear we are the absolute best people, and nothing and nobody like us. I just love us, man. There's nothing and nobody like us. But Salvan, you missed a wonderful cruise yesterday. You missed a wonderful cruise. Shout out to my coworker friend Black Storm. Um, Demure was definitely demurring. Was a really nice. Was so nice to see mature people come out, and on a boat ride and have a good time. And shout out to the DJs. They definitely understood the assignment. Except, anyways, what I was saying again? Yeah. So it was a really, really nice event. Everybody dressed up. Everybody was looking good. The vibes was good. The music was good. The food was good. The day was beautiful. It rained earlier, but it just cleared up nicely, and it was perfect weather for cruising. Not too hot, not raining, but just good vibes. And that's like what? I think it's about 12 years or more since I've been on a party boat. 12 years. So, Storm, big up yourself for getting me back out on a boat. It's been 12, yeah, but 12 years. But I have a problem with some of y'all. And I'm saying y'all, but let me be more specific with women. In 2025, I think it's high time that we just let people be. Everybody isn't supermodel figure. Everybody does not have the perfect shape, physique, whatever the case might. We all have flaws and little parts of ourselves that we don't like. Right? And people are already going on their fight. And we always talk about, oh, people need to self-esteem low, but then we add to it. Because I saw a couple of shady, and I'm like, sometimes I just don't like y'all. I swear. And it's people who are supposed to know better because they themselves, when the boom swings and people starts attacking them, they feel away. But then we always have to find ways to cast little shade and make little. If something is not your cup of tea, it's just not. There's Lipton, there's chamomile, there's ginger, there's Zeba Peak, there's sugar dish, there's lemongrass, there's a million other teas in the world that you can consume, and it will be to your preference. Why do we always have to literally strip everybody? Like literally have to look at people and oh, this didn't look good. Da, 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 da. I mean, for the most part, just dressing up and showing up is enough, right? Not everybody are fashion conscious. Not everybody have the best fashion sense, but they wear what makes them comfortable and what they like. And to me, that's good enough. Once you like it, I love it. So we don't necessarily need to be finding ways to always nitpicking at everything and oh, this person this and that person that and that person. I don't know when and how y'all find the time, but I swear to God, it's draining. It's really, really draining. I just think it's time for us to just let people be, let leave people alone. Chantal, my love, good morning. Says last cruise I go on, they pelt me overboard talking about all fish must be the water. I'm sorry, Chantal. I didn't mean to laugh, but people can be so mean. How they could do my friend that? Friend, I throw you overboard and say all fish must be. Lord, you had to leave Grenada. I swear they used to do you too much here. I'm tired you still make people cuss me out for you. Since after you leave, you see my life peaceful. You had to leave. You had to leave. You couldn't stay here. You had to leave. Since you leave, what did they Black I say? I start to see my way from the day you leave me or something. It was a blessing the day you climb them plane step and decide you ain't coming back. That was the best thing you did for me because, friend, it wasn't doing it for me. Throw you overboard. So, however, it is it for you, Simon, like King Triton. But yes, I can't breathe. Anyways, I needed that laugh. Gabby says I'm wearing what I have. All of them putting me in expense. Exactly. Listen, right now my problem is with Shein. You have seen them prices. Shein have boutique prices now when because they've added these hundred and what percentage was the tariff again? 1,000. Listen, something that probably was. So I need to find a different route. I have to ship to a different because those prices for shipping to America, it's not cutting it. Cheap and clean. That's where I go. So something that was once like a $20 is now 30 something dollars, almost $40. Oh, she ain't think paying for no, I'm sorry. And they're so out of order with this putting at the top of the thing. Tariff prices have already been added. So when you're checking out, you don't have to worry about additional charges. It's already added to. No, no. So only can talk to Ricky. I have to play a song for them to hear. Timo is not delivering in the US anymore. Really? Oh, it's you that you're Salva, not is Dynamint. Oh, Dynamint. No, I have to go over. I have to ship across the pond. I can't do that US, and they're saying it's not guaranteed. At least back in the before all this tariff thing came about, you got it in a timely manner, at least a week and a half. Now, based on what I'm reading, there's no guarantee that you'll get it. So sometimes, back long before Shein became popular, you would purchase something and it would take two almost 3 weeks. But now they have warehouses in certain places. Sometimes it's not coming directly from China, and you get it in a quick manner. But I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You have to ship across the pond. I'm sorry. I'm not doing those. I'm not doing. No, it's hurting my spirit. I swear. But at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, let people wear what they want to wear. Whatever what makes you comfortable, it's nice and clean. So yeah, so it's cheap and clean. That's it for me. At this point, Wesley ship straight. But you know what I realize? The US market, it is different from the other markets. So there are things you will get on the US Shein that you will not get on the UK or the Canada Shein. And I have a problem with that. Because I've tried it. I would put it in the cart and then save it and then copy the link over. And there's quite a few items that you don't see. They don't have it. So the US shipping route seems to be the more popular. You get more stuff. But they need to work on that quick and fast with what's going on. It's a good thing I'm ready to plan to weigh my things over, and most of the places I shop in England and America. The hub is Miami, it's the same thing. Jackie, your money big, that's small thing for you. So who can we get, and how can we organize? Who do we speak to do direct shipping to Grenada? Who do we speak to? Because on the president, and listen, I lose all hope and faith and any kind of little thing I had in all the president up the road. Imagine the man have a whole AI generated image of him in the Pope garb, the Pope way on his page. And I saw a lady trying to defend it. So I had to screenshot and send it to her and tagged her in it on the post on our power page and ask her. The lady saying that is the president will never do something like that. It's one of his followers who made the AI generated image. I'm like, lady, up to this day, up to this hour and this minute, the post still on the man page. Me, I'm neither here nor there. Whatever people choose to believe, that's on them. But to me, that is a direct mockery. Whether you believe or you don't believe, it's just respecting people's belief and what they stand for. The Pope died just the other day. Then people in the, what do you call it, conclave, wherever, selecting a new, and then they have to deal with this making a. I'm like, this man no use none of his cabeza, no little emotional intelligence, nobody, and it's like everybody around him is blind, dumb, deaf, and nobody can tell him, man, boss, that are looking good. That's not a good, and he, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never seen this in all my 40 something years of existence. I've never seen this sort of behavior from a sitting president. It's just, I mean, when you look at the class and, the pomp and, the Obamas brought to the White House, and even Sleepy Joe, it's like decorum, respect, all of that is like he's running his own business, Mar-a-Lago and whatever businesses he has, which was in bankruptcy how many times over and over. It's like it's his whole part, and like everybody around him is like, and you know what's terrifying? It's not even him. It's not even him, because I mean, we already know. What's terrifying is the people who supports this and sees absolutely nothing wrong with some of the decisions that he makes. Because I see people under these posts defending, and I'm like, that's what politics does make people do? Like, y'all just defend everything, right, wrong. That is scary. Imagine the Catholic, had to issue a statement asking him to respect the Catholic faith. What he did was mocking them. And it's still there. Hold on, let me check. I mean, there's joke and then there's joke. You could be a troll and all those things, but there are certain lines you just don't cross to me. And that's one of them, because you know how people are sensitive when it comes to them. And there are people even saying that, oh, y'all too sensitive, and they finding other reasons why people should not be so sensitive. Because what? All you believe that Mary right and I don't. And I'm like, speaking of which, America, not America, and again, did you all see that's the time already? Did you all see this? What's the name of it? It's something like a GoFundMe, but the backstory is an autistic child, 5 years old, he was at a playground with his father and mother, I think, and another family. So they're black, and apparently went into the bag of another parent, another little boy's parent, bag, whatever, looking for snacks, whatever. And that lady cursed out this 5-year-old autistic boy, calling him the N-word. Even when she was approached and told about it, she continued holding her child, a baby in her arm, and continuing to use the N-word over and over. And you know what happened? She made something similar to a GoFundMe. I can't remember the name of it. And she initially saved, how much it was? Did I save it? Nah, shoot, I thought I saved it. So she initially saying that she was scared for her life because people started going into her inbox and threatening her, whatever. She made a GoFundMe for, was it $100,000? And she basically highlighted what it was for. And there are people, when you send your money, you can leave a little comment. This lady has now amassed over $500,000 plus. That was on, I think it was Friday or Saturday. I saw it Saturday, and it has reached 500. So it probably more now. Her aim is to get 1 million. So she had it at 100K, then realized she was getting the support. She jacked it up to 1 mil. And now it's, I'm sure it's, so people are now writing to this, I can't remember the name, something pray, something. It's not GoFundMe. It's now at $660,000. Imagine for calling a child the N-word, a 5-year-old autistic child, and there are people who are saying on the thing, we have to protect us, we have to protect the white people in 2025. If that isn't scary, I don't know what is. So they're getting more brazen with it because they have somebody who supports them. So they're more brazen with how they feel. And not all of them, mind you. There are some very, very nice, whatever. But this one had me literally jaw dropping every second. The video is out there. People are tagging and showing the video to whoever this organization where you send these monies to, what transpired. And this woman, grown woman, is attacking a 5-year-old autistic child because he went into the bag of her child. And she's cursing him out using the N-word and other slurs. And they're saying they're basically paying her, so supporting her actions. And there are people in the comments saying, yes, those N people. Yo, Give and Go. Yes, Give and Go is the name of the I think I saw Brian. Yeah. What time now? I gotta go. But let me just pull this up first. Let me write. Hopefully I can pull it up and I'll post it on my page. So for those of you asking, you'll have a better understanding as to what I'm talking about. Where is it? Yeah, so I get on Twitter and it's just all Trump should be the Pope. We raise a lady 500K for calling a kid the N-word. So it's all over. Where is it? Let's see if I'll find it. But I think it was on Saturday. But yeah, it's really, really scary that this is how people actually see us, and they don't hide their dislike or disdain for our skin color. Who would have thought in 2025 you would see something so open? And the man is telling her, daring her to say it again, and she keeps saying it over and over, the N-word. Over and over, he was daring her, like, say it again. And she kept saying it with all her chest, 10 toes down. She kept repeating it with no remorse, no nothing. And went on now to create this Give and Go thing. And now she is being paid. And they're calling her a hero for standing her ground and calling him, somebody actually said that in the comments. How can I get mad at her for calling him what he is? How do you call a child the N-word and saying that's what he is? It's madness. It's madness. It's madness. 1.1 million, she said she's living in fear for her life. Racism never disappeared, it just replaced with a fake smile. Gabby says, this is America. I'm not at all surprised. People just not openly racist, but trust and believe we know it. It's on the Shade Room also. Okay. I'll check it out. I thought I saved it, but I can't find it. So I'll go when I'm finished, I'll go back and check. But yeah, y'all need to go check it out and read the comments. The child is autistic, 5 years old, and being attacked by a grown woman. So what do you think is going to happen to the child that you're raising? That child would definitely have the same belief that a little brown boy, a little black boy is that N-word. Because there are people in the comments saying, why are we getting upset? Why are people getting upset? Isn't that what he is? It's madness. I'm not lying. I'm not easily shooked. But that one, I was like, I know it's there. I know the undercurrents, it's there. I know it's bubbling. I know it's there. But it's the way she was so bold and brazen about it. And to get paid for doing it is what had me. Yeah, these are the people who can vote. And they voted. It's crazy. Hal, good morning. It was always like this. We are more exposed to it because of social media. Mhm. When we're at work and we're not getting promoted, but we're better than our supervisor, when we realize our white counterparts who are less competent than us make more than us, we know it. It's there. It's like a really like a hard slap that you get on one side and it echoes on the other side. Like a rude awakening that don't get comfortable because this is the reality out here. It's not all peaches and roses and kumbaya and we sing and get along and I love you, you love me, we're one big happy family. It's not. It's not in some places, I swear. Because just seeing this and she knew that she was being recorded. She knew she was being recorded and yet continued. Somebody would think, okay, um, I'm getting I'm getting I'm getting I'm getting I'm being recorded. So let me talk back. Nope. Nope. So everybody's now comfortable to just freely be themselves. Because case in point, the men and whoever who stormed the Capitol and were charged and what have you, prosecuted, etc. What did the big man say? I actually pity you all up the road. But anyways, it's not easy times. So we have Prime Minister, Prime Ministress Kamala Prasad Bissessa. Her cabinet was sworn in on Saturday. She made some interesting remarks speaking about our oil and waters and coming down the road. Hey, the big sure we sort out there and protect what is ours. That's all I'm gonna say. TikTok as well has the story, but people went in hard on her. Yeah, but people went in hard on her, but the people who are in support of her, they were louder. And the fact that she's getting over what her GoFundMe is what $660,000+ for calling a child the N-word says a lot. Because if you see the amount of donation she got, there's a lot more who feels like her. Because if there were less, she wouldn't even reach $100. But there are people who openly sending the money, not even anonymously, sending it and leaving the messages saying they support her. That is why when y'all go up in the people place, the Chinese, they come together, they build together. All of the nationalities, you'd see them working together, but our skin color have this inferiority complex where we hate to see somebody step a little higher. The minute time you raise your foot, they want to pull the stool or whatever you're stepping on from under your feet so you'll get back down to on the ground. You see them stay in one little shop open. When you check inside, only Chinese in there working, doing nails and toes and what have you. I've never been to a Chinese shop and seen somebody of a different color working there. They're always together. But when so many is against us, we're still against ourselves. And we wonder why we're not getting ahead we're not getting more. Just take into consideration what's happening in Burkina Faso right now. And I'm so engrossed in this story. I've been looking at so many videos. I'm YouTubing his name, and it's the same thing. Imagine a man trying to bring betterment, as old people would say, betterment to our country. And there are people who are his own skin color trying to take him out. He has escaped how many times from being, and all he's doing is trying to do better by his people, providing the infrastructure, jobs, etc. But people might be getting paid elsewhere to get him out, and it's our own skin color. So the problem is, yes, there's a problem, another problem, but we are also part of the problem because we don't like and love and support each other enough. We would see somebody else, a different race, a different nationality, selling the same thing that your friend, that your cousin, that this person that you know. You may not even know them, but just because we're the same color, I'm going to go give this person my support. And I hear people say that all the time. Me giving him money for him to take it and buy big house and buy big car and for her to play this and do. I don't take him. As long as we have this mentality, we'll continue to be here, bouncing low and circling the same spot. But we move. Anywho's, we should continue our conversation tomorrow. She says a client asked me why is my skin color like that. I asked her why is the color like that. She said I don't know. I told her I would never trade mine for hers. I'd rather go meet my creator before I switch. She said I'm rude, so I guess the question wasn't rude. I lost the client. Yeah, we're a huge part of the problem. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for powering up, and I shall see y'all tomorrow. But before we go, hold on. There's one piece that I wanted to share with you, and then I'll dip. This I thought was very important.
Constantly being fed things that make you sad and depressed.
Everybody's just showing the highlight reel.
Stop with the madness of trying to give this perfect image that everything's perfect, because
Hold on.
there's a crisis that is happening that is affecting people's mental health in ways that nobody's talking about. And I'm hoping one day that it comes crashing down. And that is social media.
Oh my gosh, you are right.
If you don't believe me, try to turn it off and put it down.
I pick up my phone randomly.
Right.
I'll be doing something, then before I know it, I'm just scrolling on Instagram. It's a drug.
Yes, and you're being fed whatever algorithm you chose because it's attached to where you go. They are tracking everything you're doing. And whatever mood you're in, that's what it's going to enhance. So if you're a person who's already struggling, is sad and depressed and dealing with some things, it's going to be really, really tough to come up higher when you're constantly being fed things that make you sad and depressed.
Everybody's just showing the highlight reel.
Stop with the madness of trying to give this perfect image that everything's perfect, because there are people who are really struggling, who are really looking to these images and thinking, this is how my life should be.
Yeah.
And that's how I wanted to end today. I got a couple more of these that I'm going to share with you moving forward. Guys, have a great Monday, and we shall reconvene at 11 a.m. in the forenoon tomorrow. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my TED Talk today, and hope everyone has themselves a good Monday. All right?